I'll try to tell a little story. When I say this, I say it humbly. So, at times, I guess sometimes at times we can spend a lot of time trying to figure things out instead of staying connected to. I mean, at times we try to. All right, hold on. At times we spend too much time trying to figure things out that are not real. But then at times we need to stay connected to things that are real. And so the reason I say this is because, there's a story I tell when I was a young one and I ended up going to Camp Challenger. I did a track 4 at that time as a year in camp. And I remember when I was in camp and there was a DPO probation officer, Mr. Fernandez. And Mr. Fernandez was one that recognized my talents amongst many. And he would not let me go to the field at the time, not the yard, but the field, right? And he would call me back. And one time he said, Fabian, I need you to stay back. I thought I was in trouble, and I go, what did I do? He said, nothing. I have something for you. So we go under his desk, and he pulls out this big box, and he pulls out these art materials, art supplies, markers, Prisma colors, sketchbooks. I was in heaven at the time. And he goes, and I just want you to stay back and enhance your art and do what you love. I'd rather you do that than to be out there playing basketball. So that was, to me, was an impact that he made in my life at the time when I was in camp. But you can only do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the time that I'm here. That's cool. And then as I'm drawing, he said, hey, your artwork reminds me of this great artist. And he goes, have you heard of Ernie Barnes? I go, Ernie Barnes? No, I've never heard of him. He's an African-American artist who's great. He does these long arms and these beautiful characters. And I go, no, I've never heard of him. I'll bring you a book. So he brings me a book of Ernie Barnes, and I'm looking through the book and amazed at what Ernie Barnes has created throughout his years. Not knowing, not trying to figure anything out, just in awe at the fact that he took the time to educate me about Ernie Barnes. Again, not trying to figure anything out. As the journey proceeds and I continue on my life's journey, fast forward, here we are 20 years later. And it's a trip because there's times when I get frustrated. How can I make a breakthrough? How can I become that successful, well-known artist, like Diego Rivera, Orozco, and all these great guys? And I can spend too much time doing that, where I can just take the time and stay connected to what's real. So fast forward, I get called as I'm finishing a mural in Camp Rocky, and this man calls me and goes, hey, I was given your name by a person who recommended you. Can you come meet me in Hollywood? And I said, sure, I'll be there. So I get to Hollywood, not knowing where I'm going, just a building, and I get there, and this man receives me, and he goes, what do you think about that building there? I go, it looks nice. He goes, can you do a mural there? I go, yeah, I'd be able to do a mural. He goes, have you heard of Ernie Barnes? I said, yes, I've heard of Ernie Barnes. And he's the African-American artist who was able to create the Sugar Shack. He goes, bingo, that's what I want on that building. Can you paint the Sugar Shack, a reproduction of Ernie Barnes? And I said, sure, I will do that. So you see what I'm saying? Staying connected to what's real, not rushing towards things. And now I'm making connection back to DPO and how he took the time to educate me about Ernie Barnes, not knowing that 20 years later it was going to come in handy. And then he said, where am I at anyway, by the way, where's this? And he goes, let me show you. So I walk in, he opens this gate, and it's Marvin Gaye's studio. And that studio was created and built in 1975 by Marvin Gaye, the famous singer. 1975, the year I was born. Yeah, trying to stop trying to figure it out. And then I said, okay, the Sugar Shack, DPO, Ernie Barnes. Yep, stop trying to figure that out. So what I'm saying with that humbly is just to be able to tell you that sometimes we got to understand and stay connected to what's real, meaning that things have already been figured out for you. And that's when it gets connected to my higher power. In other words, don't rush, kick back, take the back seat, take a stroll, and watch me do your mastery, which is the purpose and your destiny has been created. So today, let's not try to spend too much time trying to figure things out. Why not just stay connected to what's real and let him do all the figuring out? With that said,